My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. We got a lot of relationships going on in here, and we ourselves are going on into the Fate War. Oh boy. Let me see some more hero shrines, please. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the rest of the abilities for...
The rancid crop grows unchecked and abhorrent.
A fair few of our characters here. Oh my good giddy god. There are one heck of a... Shamblers. I mean, we did kind of Shrek the last Shambler. That's a Shambler's altar before another Shambler's. Why would I... Are they... That's another Shambler's altar? Shambler's altar? Shambler's altar? Okay. They're not exclusively Shambler's altars, as it turns out. Which does surprise me. Visit 3+ academic studies. So, one of them could be the thing in the corner here, which leads into a hero shrine. Sounds good to me. Then after that, we're on a path, with either the Oasis and Hero Shrine, which I do like, or we can go from this unknown, ducking over to the left, academic study, cache, a creature's den, so, you know, relatively valuable. And then it's just Shambler's altars. Okay. Well, that's... Do I have to fight a Shambler in order to get my rat skull? But it seems good. I want it. I want this. You know, I know that I'm going right to begin with, so let's start there, and then continue figuring it out as we go on. I don't believe I have anything I need to specifically re-equip on these people. It might just be their conditions that I need to check in order to clear their exclamation marks. Yes, yes, yes. Well done. Very happy to be getting a hero shrine along my path. Do I get the last two abilities for the Arsonist? Or start working on the Man-at-Arms again? The Arsonist or the Man-at-Arms? Sorry, the Runaway or the Man-at-Arms? Trisha or Abator?
Research and inquiry. A monument to a once prestigious career.
Alright, Abby, you have 3 positives. Ballard only has 2. So we do get a positive quirk from this. I would prefer it to go on Ballard, who will not have to replace another positive in order to take it. On guard! Ooh! Incredible. Grim Mask. If the flame is above 40%, plus 25% chance for a resolute outcome from stressing. However, if it's below 40, plus 40% to meltdown chance. Let's sort these. I do like the idea of someone who's more than happy getting ridiculously stressed, holding the hierarchy of sights as well as the Grim Mask in highlight. The only problem is that none of these people are really that good at being or staying stressed. I think I'm okay with what we're running at the moment, and with who we're running it on. Oh! Yes, that is the case. Sustain items with plus 50%. Well, the crit does enhance the length of the DOT burn. I'm wondering if there's a play whereby we use run and hide at the start of the battle, giving us 2 turns of stealth, and then the Runaway just continues throwing out damage, has multiple stacks of stealth. You don't break all stacks of stealth when you attack, you only break 1. Legitimately, I think that's actually, like, pretty good, pretty cool and good and fun and happy and nice and being handsome and excellent. So I'm gonna do it. Couldn't do it immediately. Got to equip the other one first. Lost 25% to stun resistance. I really don't think you're gonna be stunned. But if you are stunned as well as not stealthed, that would be a nightmare for you. Okay, maybe for that reason, I'll play with the silent treatment and the dark impulse instead. So, one way to approach this, let us quickly go to our stagecoach. Make it 25% for trinket prices. Do I have another trophy? No. Okay, I could have sworn I had another trophy. Alas. Even without that, I think I can put Patricia one space forward now. And it's really difficult to choose one of these to want to drop, but it's gotta be Dragonfly. So that I do have the ability to use Run and Hide. And then it's just Run and Hide on turn 1, and then just nuke them with burns from then on. I like it. I like it quite a lot. Is there any play in going for the lair instead here? One concern of mine is that I don't know what the route holds for us on the way to the Hero Shrine, and if it happens to have loathing, then unless the question mark after it is a fight, I am going to overload my loathing and give some additional buffs to the boss. The lair would give me the opportunity to reduce it. It would also give me an opportunity to get a trophy. Patricia has absolutely no bleed resist. Other than that, we have reasonable resists on a lot of characters here. By the way, the on guard for Ballard is +1 to speed, and at combat start, gain 2 stacks of dodge. It's just we can do a huge amount of damage. Like, it really feels bad to pass up the lair. That said, after the lair, there's also some pretty difficult decisions we would need to quickly make. This is a scouting run. This run. Okay, I'm gonna take this risk for the Hero Shrine.
Inconvenient. At least we know what's coming.
Because in concept, this is a run that... Ooh, neat. Just a midline battle here. It's probably the best opportunity. This run is mostly about scouting what the difficulties are going to be in this chapter, and then adapting to them later. Don't want to try and put the cart before the horse and all. Lost them noxiously. I'm gonna take aim, which we do on turn 1, which makes it a lot easier then to justify our run and hide.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Now, if I have to yell at you... no, I'm just gonna go for the stand fast. Gain myself some block plus tokens. Everyone has some good block on them right now. Obviously, I should probably try and blind the implication there. Ooh, I can kill the frontliner without using my PBS here. Although, legitimately, I could also just do that if I waited for Dylard to hit them with the poison. So I think I'm going to use this as an opportunity to deal some damage to the implication, as well as start taking away its block tokens. That, with Blight connecting, is already enough to take down the enemy frontliner. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to burn the implication. Blinding the implication, however, seems like a really good idea. So, smoke screen. That works. Oh, it looks like I also do have the possibility of stunning it. Unfortunately, I did manage to daze. I did not manage to stun. Do we get hit? We do indeed. It misses. Oh, yeah.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Our co-advocacy is their downfall. I will increase your resistances to all of the things they don't do. I'm going to elect to use Noxious Blast to take out the final token there, allowing me a much more effective follow-up in the Wicked Slice for 16. I'd love as much damage as you can get out, and if that's only a Firefly, that's only a Firefly. Crits for 8. That's good enough.
Empowered.
Thump.
Emboldened.
Easy. No problems
Cut
here.
down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
So thankfully we are not... Okay, never mind. There's also an Oblivion tier after that. So unless this question mark is a fight, we will be overloading our loathing. Which... maybe I would have made a different decision if I knew that I wasn't taking a risk as much as pretty much a certainty that that's going to occur now. I'm gonna take the last ability of the Runaway. Runaway, rather.
Chapter 5. Ashes. She stood in the center of the inferno, transfixed by its swirling kaleidoscopic beauty. Her rapturous fixation was cut short by a heavy beam falling from the ceiling, blocking the door. Panicked, she dove headlong through a window as the cabin bloomed into a pyre. Heaped upon the wet grass, she heard the screams of her adoptive parents, trapped and burning in their bedroom.
I mean, they probably made it out right. Right? Firestarter. From any rank to any rank. On target, apply on hit to burn for the next 3 turns. Interesting, I think. I guess if you put this on someone who's riposting, you might be able to get more than just 1 activation of it per round, and that might make it more valuable than it necessarily shows at the moment. Also, I haven't looked at the upgrade, obviously. Backdraft. This is ranged from our front 2 to the enemy's back 3. The damage is variable. It requires the monster in front of the targeted enemy. Okay, so it can, in that way, target the front line. To have burn. At a cooldown of 1, it ignores guard. On the target, so the person behind the monster that's burning, deal 50% of the remaining burn on monster in front as damage to the target. But it leaves the burn on them. If there was another character who could stack burn, this might be a lot better. You know, Sepsis is really good because there are multiple characters that can use DOTs in Blight. Course of Death, quite similar, one can assume. Unfortunately, I believe the Runaway is the only person who has any access to the fire. So far, at least. Alright. Patricia, as the Runaway, now has access to the full complement of skills. I don't think Backdraft nor Firestarter make an especially large amount of sense here. I could theoretically give Firestarter to Ballard, but I'm not sure that would be especially relevant. Oh dear. I really hope we're... Yes! A battle! A towering feast! Woo boy! That's huge. This is gonna allow me to avoid the previous dire state outcome. Only gotta find a couple Plague Eaters to get it. Oh, I love how many buffs we get at the start of the fight. Okay. Livestock, Lady, and Lured. The Livestock has the lowest blight resistance. We connect. Do I Let's start off with a PBS right now. 19 to 25 damage to the target. I think the main problem I then experience is... Oh, I guess I could control burn in this fight as well. Which I can do from the very front line. Okay, I'm doing this then. Big old PBS right there. Yeah, you'll always start advancing forward again. I guess if I remember to kill corpses. So I could prevent the lady from ever getting an action if I really wanted to, or I could just wait until she burns it a couple turns. Ooh, actually. We definitely want to do that, because I have the ability possibly to move the corpse backwards, which then moves the... Yeah, the livestock into position to actually take that burn from control burn. Fleshy Backhand follows up with a huge knockout of position for our man-at-arms. I'm going to throw out a quick Duelist Advance. The livestock is already dead. I mean, I would also love to start taking out some of these corpses. Alas. Let's run and hide. I don't want to be taking extra damage. Woohoo! Dodge that fleshy backhand. Definitely time to get our man-at-arms up in the front line. Alright, your lordship. Take some blots. Unfortunately, in this position, guess I'm probably best utilized just taking aim.
Bravo!
Ooh, very effective crit there with the double reduction. Inhuman appetites of the Lord, who kills one of the corpses in order to move forward.
Cooperation is the key.
I'm gonna try and kill the corpse or push it backwards. Either or was good enough, but that's what I thought was gonna happen. What do we call it? Has a word, has a name. I'm certain. I'm almost entirely certain.
A breakthrough.
The control burn does not last the entire match, as I'd assumed. Oh wow, we're 1 HP off of getting you down to death's door. So unfortunately this means you will have access to your next ability, which is Bilious Cannon. Oh, yeah, no, it's not great for us, but it didn't disease us or anything like that. A little bit of stress. No biggie though. Definitely don't need the Hag's Horde here.
The loathing whispers.
One more sword. Clearing corpses is something I want to be able to do, and I'm just not getting much access to. So I'll add the pouch in. As for general trinkets, I think it's time to get rid of the dead ringer. Give myself a little bit of space. Region 4 out of 4. Okay, we're never going to the sprawl. Excellent. I mean, heck, we're probably not using almost... I can't ever install the pot and still and have it work again. The other ones are also extremely low priority. So I'm very happy to drop the rest of them, but I'll hold for a second, see if there's anything compels me in a different direction. Okay, so this is a hospital. I have barely any money. That's unfortunate. So we get some stress reduction, we'll get a little bit of healing, but realistically, we're looking for the worst of these to then just remove. I don't really think any of them is bad enough. Ooh, increases the stacking for poultices. And mortar and pestle makes more? I don't just happen to have mortar and pestle, right? One of these buttons has to open the stagecoach. There we go. Woo! Nah, of course not. Do I want extra poultices for the final area? Kind of, I guess. Stack of 2 restorative. No, I'm not really going to spend anything on anything, I don't think. Pyrophobic. How likely do I think they are going to try and burn you? I'm going to remove the melophobia of Patricia here.
Defined by our shortcomings.
Enjoy music once more. Okay, so Faceless Facsimile would kill the Oblivion counter here. An oasis, a place to calm one's mind. I would get access to a lot of mineral spring waters. I really think I like the option that takes out to the left, and it has a late Shambler. And I'm not super enthused about the late Shambler.
Vermin hide by the roadside, waiting in ambush for unwary travelers.
I'm not overly enthused about it, but it does make for the best path, and it gets us that gosh dang rat skull, which is actually quite deeply important to me. The idea that we would just be able to crit on the opening turn consistently, relatively consistently, with the point blank shot is so damn appealing. Again, for the same... Whoa, hang on, no. We do now have 3 positives here, and they're all quite good. So I believe I'm going to want Abba to take this. Spotter, don't really care about that after this. Sunny Disposition's good. Pathfinder, don't really care about that after this. So there's 2 good ones that you could replace. Bandages and burn salves.
Your pouch is laden. You can carry no more.
I kind of want to get rid of True Entropy. I'm going to get rid of some of the Stagecoach materials first. Relics and Baubles Bay, 40 per stack. I'm not going to want to carry those until the very end. So there we go, we're cleared. Right up until I get to the next thing, which is a cache.
And decadent, the landowners and peasants alike descended into an orgy of consumption.
I mean, I know I'm never using Cruel Intent. Unless I get a leper after I lose a character here. It's a long bow to draw and plan around, but I think I should. I don't think there's any position where I'm going to go into the fight with a bunch of burn salves at the ready. So I'm just going to... I'm going to hock a full 3 stacks of those. Alright, what do you got, Cash?
Karma abhors waste. Best to take all you can.
A calming essence, a surgeon's mixing kit, a hag's horde, laudanum, anti-venom. No surgeon's mixing kit. No tinker's bench, thank you. No hag's horde. I want to get rid of the adding 1 random token, but I worry that if I get rid of that and then fight a Shambler, they might give me this back. Wait, we got the Hierarchy of Sights from fighting a Shambler. I think we got the True Entropy from a statue. We have so much laudanum that I should literally just start using it constantly in every fight for any stress reduction that's available from it. Everyone wants to go to the resistance encounter. You goddamn cowards. You know there's a Shambler at the end of this line. We do not bail from those. Nah, I want that rat skull. I really want that rat skull. Look, I was giving my resolve one last chance to fail me, and it didn't. We may soon wish it had, but it's a problem for future Ryan. I don't know why past Ryan keeps treating me so poorly, but screw that future Ryan. Enter the den. Time for us to fight probably some spiders, to be honest. The shadows may cloak our approach. Not only do we get extra stealth, we also blind the enemies here, apparently. Did that weather just took a turn and couldn't target anyone because we're all stealthed? Neat. I could remove. Oh no! I don't think we have any way to increase the torch. Oops. I'm gonna remove the blindness from Abatoth here because I would really like to be able to connect with my bellow. I'm gonna take aim to buy myself some time. Play grenade.
Steady yourself.
Yeah, I didn't really think about the fact that with only one person available for them to... Never mind, 2 people available for them to hit. This might be an issue. I like the idea of a controlled burn, because that just rolls against the resistance of the individual character at the time, so I don't have to... I don't necessarily have to make the space incredible for it. Definitely time to start using Laudanum every round. Bellowing at all the enemies, who dodge, yes, but that was expected. Oh, that double dodge! Working out real well in the back line there. Yeah. Only makes sense. Also moves the target back. That's actually a kind of sick combo. It point blank shots the target away from the space, replacing the controlled burn. I do eventually want to remove corpses, but not necessary yet. Okay, so one of these spitters is not going to get to act. It definitely seems like I should run and hide, which actually also sets up for another... Oh, that's pretty good. I'm going to have Abba roll Defender on Dyla here. Tarantism I think is moving. Yeah, at turn start they have, oh no, 10% to move forward, 10% to move back, or 5% to dodge. Uh-oh. Pouch of Light to take out a couple of those corpses. Recognizing I'm about to PBS the frontline target, I probably... Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh no, the extra damage from the Plague Grenade was required, otherwise the Spitter wouldn't be dying this round. Never mind. There's so many items that I literally should just be using one every available turn.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
0 damage, 0 blight.
Emboldened.
Oh, Laudanum again? And excellent, that's enough. We've already got the kill. Alas, I believe it will still be significantly better for us to kill right now. Ooh, oh no. Literally none of these moves are on cooldown or in position. I'm gonna move back one space, and that's going to get real awkward for a second here. I'm going to use one more Laudanum and then defend Patricia. Silent Treatment did trigger, so I don't have to worry about the plus 15% damage, even if I didn't roll that Defender, but I'm glad I did anyhow, just in case. Yeah, it feels appropriate to try and get some more riposte. Of course, the double dodge. Yeah, get him. Let's follow up with another control burn on the same position.
An unavoidable end.
Okay, the blight is now very big, and I actually should deal with it. I'm also double blinded, so yeah. Didn't really expect that Bella to work excellently well, but did it still remove tokens? If it still removed tokens, that's already good enough. Oh, okay, so we're gonna be throwing a firebomb this round. Yikes. I'm gonna use the Milk Soak Linen to clear my own blindness. For attacking an enemy that has dodge and getting dodged.
The fiend's
Let's keep the burn on the frontliner, who will now die directly as a result of that. Well defended. Just a lot of damage. Okay. I'm gonna take a pistol shot against that spitter target. That does have it die to its next DOT trigger, which is grand. I'm gonna use a Pouch of Lie to remove the corpse, moving the control burn to the next target, and then big heal our front lineman.
From caustic agony.
Solid old crit there. That's up a pretty effective destruction. I honestly expected that not to work, but it did give dodge plus to a target on the field who is still relevant. Speaking of that target, we use them to wickedly slice and follow up the Noxious Blast to take out the final creature. Whoa!
Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
A chitinous appendage, discounted combat and in items.
The loathing festers.
It might ultimately help me manage a little bit. I don't know, maybe. I am pretty intimidated. You do get blinded in the fight, in the shuffle. Anti-venom and bandages both make a huge amount of sense to me. Also, I should have had a stack of Glimmers of Hope in there. Oh, the torches. I hope the torch doesn't go out before we get to the fight.
Is your coach prepared for the upcoming obstruction?
Come on, because I'm going to need to use all of the Glimmers of Hope in the battle. Okay, good. Whew. I'm not going to have to deal with a road fight. That is to say, a broken wagon fight, rather. Flank up that back line, something fierce. Take aim. Give myself the ability to return to my previous plans. Bellow at all of you, steal your speed away. Run and hide for some extra stealth. And now it's playtime. Oh, dodge that finishing blow. One down.
Early results are encouraging.
2 and 3 down. Legitimately, it seems better to actually just throw the smoke screen rather than try and deal any damage here.
In crisis,
And here's one of the reasons why.
rely only upon each other.
Oh, I did not pump the torch again. I should have pumped the torch again there.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
I'm gonna remove the burn from our runaway rather than watch 9 health disappear. I'm going to cauterize our tank's bleed.
Cooperation is the key.
Glimmer of Hope, which I'd forgotten to do last time. However, the rest of the fight resolves pretty easily.
Messy, but effective.
It was. It was indeed. The Strange Sapper. Doesn't feel like a tool that's going to be with us for long. See? I managed to predict what I was going to do. I'm a psychic. I'm looking for removal of all conditions, basically. Or just throwing a bleed. 15 damage directly at... It's 15 damage from the spike ball. I need that 15. I think it's too important. Alright. Time to fight another Shambler. Actually, let's look at my skills. Do any of these lend themselves distinctly towards or away from shambling? Obviously, the ability to move backwards via something like Dragonfly has a lot of appeal here. Run and hide does not, though. Cauterize is great, so Smokescreen. I probably want to use Smokescreen on turn 1. Hold the Line does have the ability to move us pretty far forward pretty quickly. Rectify the positioning of Abba. Alas, all of the other abilities are also real sick in that fight. There's not positive tokens, at least especially often, on the Shambler. Gripshot Blast does feel like it would make some sense here. Open Vein for a bleed as well, maybe instead of Wicked Slice. But Wicked Slice is also removing DOTs from Dyla, which is very, very impactful. No, I believe this is probably the right setup for you as well. Alright. Deep breath. Deep exhale. And now we're deeply screwed. Oh, wow, I actually could just walk away. Oh, I literally definitely could. I'm not going to, but I could. but I'm not going to. Don't you glance down at the length of the video after this point. You eyes on me. You stay here. Didn't manage to spike him, but alas. Ballard, you are currently blinded. I'm gonna have you remove your own blindness. It is important you sink all available damage into the enemy, and you'll advance. They dodge. I guess that does count as all of your available damage then. Smokescreen sets up the possibility to maybe buy ourselves a round of stun. Never mind. 0 rounds of stun. Boy, I literally have no reason to try and act in that way. Fine, stand fast. There's your advancement and 7 damage back for you. You can take that home. I could use another duelist advance in order to get into position next turn. It doesn't have a cooldown, does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, I suspect I will do that, and that'll allow Dialer here to connect a huge blight. And then be back in position to start hitting both of the Shambler's tentacles in the backline by the next turn. Speaking of the Shambler's tentacles in the backline, let's start working one of them. Oh, baby. Get clapped. Oh, baby!
A master stroke.
And I've even got a riposte left for the big boy. Firebomb. You'll do 1 to 3 damage, and then we'll let the target burn after that. Hell yeah. But also, my Blights next turn will do something similar. I think I'm okay with launching. Strenorious Lament completely misses. Time for a smokescreen, baby.
We can rely only upon each other.
I don't love the bleed on our Runaway at the moment, so I'm going to kill that off. And maybe consider yelling. Yeah, that seems right. I'm gonna yell at you all. I would love, perfect, the Clapperclaw in the back line to have a slow movement here. I'm going to remove the blindness of Dialer. And legitimately, like another duelist advance seems like a great idea at this point. So a Plague Grenade hitting both of the backline targets. Perfect. This is exactly where I want to be, where both of the Shambler tentacles are acting after the Shambler. So the Shambler will take an action trying to summon new tentacles, fail to summon new tentacles, but still do damage. And then both of these tentacles at the start of their turn will die. This is such an incredible setup that we are in now. Look, I would have loved to use Control Burn at some point, but it's definitely time for a smoke screen and continue trying to blind the Shambler, setting up the combo targets that aren't necessarily relevant for ABBA, but they are relevant for someone, I assume. Speaking of... the heck do I do? I suspect I should just defend someone. Oh, get him. Death blow, death blow, and we're ready for a PBS.
An invariable result.
Oh. Shame. You ready, buddy? 14 to 18, we do 17. More than happy with that. Got a raise for a burn removal. No, I'm definitely gonna go for as much burn as I can get on you. There's another Strenorious Lament. It misses as well. We riposte, and now it's time
Is the key.
to start dealing with the Shamblers. I kind of want to bellow in order to slow the Shambler's tentacles down, as well as the Shambler itself. But also, if I try and push them out of position and manage to push this Shambler's tentacle behind, 43 for the resist for the enemy, unfortunately. But if I manage to push it behind the Shambler, I would be able to set up a very, very useful Plague Grenade to the backline. Accepting that that's not what I want to do, I'm going to follow with Bellow. Dang. One of them resisted the debuff. Interesting. Yes, by now using Firefly on the backline target. Oh, unfortunately the Shambler's tentacle resisted. Otherwise it would have died as soon as it started trying to act there, and that would have been lovely. Oh, what a time we would have had. Someone's got to ramp up this. Unsuccessfully. Oh no, they actually managed to hit me. I didn't think you could do that anymore. Okay, that is not how I expected to take the Shambler out.
Variable can make all the difference.
Alright, we got dodged. Get on death's door. Okay. There we go, the DOT at the start of the turn, and there's that Shambler. We also get 100 torch, I believe, at the end of this. We do indeed. The Eye of the Void. Apply on hit if we have 5 stress, 5 DOT of all kinds, and gain on hit if the stress is 5, 1 more stress. If we had the ability to hover around 5 and actually use this consistently, like using laudanum to manage us back down and things like that, it would be incredible. That said, because crits and other people critting and following up and all of these kinds of things can also change your stress, this still feels like it's extremely, extremely volatile. Maybe the mistake is mine? Maybe the mistake is mine in this instance of assuming, yeah, that makes a jerk out of everyone in the situation, as we know classically from the rhyme. It seems like it's possibly my mistake for making the assumption that the Shambler was going to give powerful artifacts. Because in the first game, they give you the Ancestors Trinkets, and the Ancestors Trinkets are not really high risk, high reward. I mean, some of them theoretically are, but they're also just the most powerful trinkets for the majority of kinds of things that you actually want to encounter. Ancestors map especially, oh my god. Maybe it's my mistake in assuming that that schema would be observed here. I legitimately believe that. It's entirely possible that it's fulfilling a different role. Okay, we've visited the studies we have to. So either I have a barricade after something, or I have a hazard before something, as well as a candle of hope. And I've got kind of empty stack of a candle of hope. I'm gonna go with... Well, actually... Well, hold on for a second, dude, 1 second. But what if I did? Because we absolutely ruined them. No contest. What if we could do that again? And what if it was good? Can I remove... Did I remove loathing by fighting the previous... It looks like I may have removed loathing by fighting the previous one. That's more loathing removal. Oh, Oblivion's Rampart is going to be the location where... I guess I assume I have to fight the Exemplar again. Maybe that's not the case anymore. So maybe I should consider a safer route such that I don't arrive at that location half dead.
Whisper of torment.
I was looking for a more poetic way to say that before I timed out and just said the basic version. Maybe it's not even the Exemplar. Maybe the Exemplar is Chapter 3 exclusive and there's a different thing? Time for a towering feast, Ballad. We advance relentless. They'll perish. Let's take out these Plague Eaters and get ourselves back down to 0 loathing. Oh, unique variant, unique variant.
Let us take a closer look at the thing, as repulsive as it is.
This is Black Phillip, who is a unique variant of the livestock. Seems to have the same amount of abilities, at least.
To action.
Continue spending our laudanum. Ooh, Black Phillip also has 2 actions per round. Despite the fact that I'm a 50-50 to even manage to blight them, I'm gonna try. Because if you take that blight damage 2 times in a round, I might actually be able to deal with you early. Oh, well, actually, that didn't move them as far as I thought. Oh, and you couldn't move the man-at-arms? That actually would have been lovely. Yeah, sick. Kaboom. No more Black Phillip.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
I'm gonna move Abba ahead of as many folk there as is possible. Setting up for Dragonfly moving back, which itself sets up for a single usage of Duelist's Advance. Duelist's Advance can't target the exact... No, it can target the exact front. It can't target the exact back. So, gotta remember to use my laudanum.
From this carousel of horrors.
It's just, I feel like the livestock should be my main approach at the moment. Invasive species. And that looks like an ability that definitely could have. 70% crit chance. Fail, unfortunately. That looks like an ability that could have carried a disease chance. Ooh, lady's clearing up all the corpses for us. Handy. Hmm. 6 damage, I believe. Yes. That livestock is now dead at the start of the turn.
An invariable result.
As for the maid... Yes, your regen is high, but it's not enough for the DOTs. Easy pistol shot, 5 to 9. We do the 9, and watch the death blow from our blight.
Can make all the difference.
Easy. Little less loathing. As in none now. And... wait, 1 sec. Ooh, I don't want to just drop random things I would otherwise be picking up at this point. There's no more use for Glimmer of Hope. So throw that away. And now I have an extra slot. Oh, this is a road battle as well. So the other side was a road battle also, so...
Lenity.
Was
Grace.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Drive back the darkness.
I do not know what the word lenity means. I love the expansion of my diction that comes along with playing Darkest Dungeon. Now I've got the Darkest Diction. Yeah, well, no. I'm gonna take aim, because I do want to roll an early Firefly here. Sorry, Dragonfly, rather.
Well done.
Crits per target, sick. Ooh. Oh, I was actually thinking about possibly ramparting that target. Alas. I think I probably shouldn't. As that would move me out of PBS position. And I'm all ready to PBS.
On to the next.
Only makes sense to continue the play grenades to the back line there. I'm gonna put a controlled burn on the back position.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Yes, which now in retrospect feels like a mistake. So it does manage to redirect the line targeting when you guard against that. Good to know.
Hold fast.
Oh, wow.
For who knows what lurks in the beyond.
I legitimately did not expect your riposte to be able to do that to us. That said, that creature is already dead now. If I use Defender here, I'd remove all DOTs from the backline. But there are none. I'm gonna Defender myself, and I still defend myself, rather. And still try and heal our backline by blocking any incoming damage on them, and then Cauterize only makes sense here. Unfortunately, harms one relationship. Do I have more laudanum? I only ask because I do have a character who has 5 stress right now, and it's just theoretically possible. It's just theoretically possible that I could try, you know, to use the Eyes of the Void. Oh boy. Legitimately, where am I on that? I have none. So basically, as soon as I start critting, I immediately remove my ability to do the DOTs. That's not great. Stimulants seems useful. Resetting all skill cooldowns, giving the ability to bellow turn after turn. Not especially relevant. I do actually like the idea of taking some Toxic Ichor into the fight. But I wonder if my responses are pretty narrow if I do that. I shouldn't need more than 2 anti-venom. No, I'm going to take the Toxic Ichor, and I'm going to rotate that over to Dyla, who most wants to be able to take advantage of that. And then if we... Alright. Well, here's the rampart. So, Ballard. Yeah, our torch is high. I'm gonna put Hierarchy of Sights and the Eyes of the Void on you. I'm gonna try. Okay. Let's do this. Same.
A parody of human outline. It must be destroyed.
Oh wow, they don't really have that much in the way of resistance. It's possible I don't actually need the Toxic Ichor.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
I didn't no, wait, I did turn... Control Burn is currently on, I think, right? Right. Frankly, I do want a PBS here if I can. I managed to... Everything except for burn there. Okay, Toxic Ichor was going to be good as a setup for that. Let's remove the blight from ourselves. I'd love to blind the Exemplar right now. So I will. Because the best possible outcome here is a miss. Got him. Sick.
Empowered. Emboldened.
Okay, so the Runaway is 5 speed, the Rogue is 7. So if I gave stimulants to the Runaway, it would be a lot more likely that we would be able to get the Runaway to use Dragonfly, moving backwards and then set up for a point-blank shot from our Highwayman. I'm also going to attempt to slow the enemies to buy myself more time to do that. Sick. So, Dragonfly here. As much as I do want to use Control Burn, that doesn't move me backwards right now. I think it's worth throwing another Toxic Kicker. And when I say another, I do mean A for the first. So the altar is going to die as soon as I PBS, so... Perhaps I do have the luxury of taking a turn to use Battlefield Medicine here just to deal with some of the worst case possible scenarios that we could encounter here. PBS, there goes the altar. Managing to take out the altar before it gets eaten. Oh my god, I didn't think it was possible. Oh, now the Exemplar gets 3 turns. Did you always have 3 turns around? That's a lot of turns, my man. Stun? Dang. We failed to stun, but we did de-stress, we did de-stress, giving me the ability to hit a blight, a burn, and a bleed there. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. All hurt. Oh no. God damn it! It's the first one! Oh my god!
We can run no further.
Death blow resist is like 73. Cool. I wouldn't have guessed that number! Crumbs. Crumbs, butts. Oh, heck. Geez, gosh, golly, and dang. Bugger.
In life or in death, we are all prisoners here.
The Dark Impulse. Extra healing given and received from skills. We also have the Protectorate, Hero's Remains, an Anti-Venom, and the trinkets that were being carried. Vale. Patricia. Vale. Definitely feels like the hierarchy of sites is still appropriate. I think we can throw out some anti-venom. I'm gonna combine a stack for the stimulants and throw away another one. As for Toxic Ichor, that actually legitimately is quite useful in the final fight, I believe. And blindness also. Healing received and given from skills. Okay, so if we end up with a, oh, it's got a name. Absolutely has a name. If we end up with a Flagellant, I believe I can use Misstep as well as Dark Impulse to create a good healer for my squad. If we end up with a Leper, I believe I can use the Cruel Intent as well as Dark Impulse to have a pretty cool squad as well. Gnarly Knuckles are good damage. I think the bleed resist is the one I'm least likely to use as a base. I think it's time to throw away True Entropy. And probably Footman's Grog. Legitimately probably Eyes of the Void as well. I shouldn't be trying to dance around stress states at the very end. There goes Eyes of the Void. I mean, Eyes of the Void was extremely useful in that Exemplar fight. It did a ridiculous amount of damage. Each of those DOTs that connected was 15 damage by itself. So if all three connected, and a total of 5 connected over the course of the run, we are in a position where that's, what, 15, 5, 6, it's 75.
The familiar hearth crackles invitingly once again.
Alhazred has arrived, who has lightning reflexes. Dyler is now a curmudgeon. Abatoth has lethal feint. On miss, gains a crit token. Ballard, you have a weak grip. Negative 3% crit on melee skills. That's unfortunate. Patricia also died to the Exemplar. Well, I got my rat skull at least. That's good. The Station House. Negative 50% to stagecoach item prices. Also discounted repairs. Neat. Well, well, well.
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
Welcome, Alhazred. Lethal feint and lightning reflexes. Interesting. So, I mean, I probably have enough mastery to actually make you kind of reasonable. Foist things foist. Ballard, you need to take the skull. I don't know if the torch is even technically on in the very final fight, so I don't know if the Grim Mask is going to be appropriate. Oh, actually, we are just about to set up before the mountain boss for this section. So I am going to leave the preparation to be intact with the run thereafter at the start of the next episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game. That's been Darkest Dungeon 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Stream past the names of the people so generously supporting the public on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. I'd the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to someone named Sean. Hopefully you're enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see y'all next time.